Conservatism, misconception, all conservatives oppose social progress. Reality, conservatism encompasses diverse views. While some conservatives prioritize tradition and stability, others may embrace specific social changes while still advocating for the preservation of certain core values. Liberalism, misconception, all liberals advocate for extensive government intervention. Reality, liberalism encompasses a spectrum of thought. Classical liberals, for instance, may emphasize individual liberty and limited government intervention in personal lives, while others may advocate for a more active role for government in addressing social and economic issues. Moderatism, misconception, moderates lack strong convictions or principles. Reality, moderates often seek practical and balanced solutions, considering diverse perspectives and advocating for pragmatic approaches. Their positions can be nuanced and informed by a variety of factors such as context and specific issues. Capitalism, misconception, capitalism inherently leads to unchecked income inequality. Reality, the impact of capitalism on income inequality is complex and influenced by various factors, including regulatory frameworks, social policies, and market dynamics. While some argue that capitalism intrinsically generates inequality, others point to its potential for economic growth and innovation, which can benefit various segments of society depending on implementation and supporting policies. Socialism, misconception, socialism is synonymous with communism. Reality, while both advocate for social ownership of the means of production, they differ significantly. Socialism encompasses various forms, and some models aim for a democratic system with varying degrees of government intervention in the economy. Communism, on the other hand, historically involved a centralized authoritarian state aiming to achieve a classless, stateless society. Syndicalism, misconception. Syndicalism always involves violent labor strikes. Reality, while syndicalism emphasizes labor action and worker solidarity, not all forms advocate for violence. Some models focus on achieving worker control through cooperatives and democratic management structures. Corporatism, misconception. Corporatism means rule by large corporations. Reality, corporatism, in a political sense, involves the organization of society into corporate groups representing different economic and social sectors, aiming for collaboration to achieve common goals. It doesn't necessarily imply corporate dominance of the political system. Libertarianism, misconception. Libertarians are anarchists who reject all forms of government. Reality, libertarians generally advocate for limited government intervention in individual lives, economic freedom, and individual liberty. However, their views on the appropriate role of government vary, with some supporting minimal essential functions and others advocating for a more robust safety net. Separatism, misconception. Separatists are always driven by ethnic or cultural motivations. Reality, separatism can arise from various factors, including economic, political, historical grievances, or desire for greater autonomy. Communism, misconception. True communism requires a totalitarian state. Reality, true communism, as envisioned by its early proponents, aims for a stateless, classless society where individuals contribute according to their abilities and receive according to their needs. However, the historical implementation of communist systems often involved authoritarian regimes with varying degrees of control over the economy and individual lives. Feminism, misconception. All feminists are anti-men. Reality, feminism seeks gender equality in various aspects of life, including social, political, economic, and personal spheres. There are diverse feminist perspectives, and not all advocate for the denigration or disadvantage of men. Anarchism, misconception. Anarchists advocate for chaos and disorder. Reality, anarchism encompasses a range of views, but most share a belief in the possibility of a society without hierarchical authority where individuals cooperate voluntarily to meet their needs and resolve conflicts. Different anarchist schools of thought propose diverse methods for achieving a non-hierarchical society. Environmentalism, misconception. Environmentalists are anti-business. Reality: while some environmentalists may oppose specific business practices they perceive as harmful to the environment, many advocate for sustainable and responsible business practices that minimize environmental impact. Populism, misconception. Populism is always associated with extreme ideologies. Reality: populism can be found across the political spectrum and is characterized by appeals to the concerns of ordinary people, often emphasizing a sense of the people versus the elite. Republicanism, misconception. Republicanism is solely about the United States Republican Party. Reality: republicanism, in a broader sense, refers to a political ideology emphasizing representative government, the rule of law, and the common good. While the United States Republican Party identifies with this ideology, it is not the only political party or movement that aligns with Republican principles. Examples include historical Republican movements in France and various contemporary parties worldwide that advocate for similar principles.